Guys, we have this question right here. It's asking find the basis of dimension for row A and find the basis and dimension for the column A and find the basis for and the dimensions for null A, and they have given the A. Let's see how we can do this. So first of all, in this kind of question we have to do Gauss Jordan. So let's write this equation. So 1 minus 1 1 minus 1 2 2 1 3 and 2 5 minus 5. So this is our A. The first thing I have to do is I have to do the Gauss Jordan. So to do that, this is minus 2. To do that, I can multiply the first equation by -2 and add it with the second equation to eliminate the second row, the second row first column. So let's do that one. 1 minus 1 2, and if I do that, it's going to be negative 2 r1 plus r2. So which is going to give me negative 2 plus 2 is going to be 0. Negative 2 times 2, negative 1 is going to be 2. 2 plus 1 is going to be 3. Then negative 2 times negative 2 is going to be negative 4. Negative 4 plus 3 is going to be negative 1. Then we have the third row. To make the third row equal to 0, I can simply multiply the first row by 2 and add it to the third equation. So it's going to be 2r1 plus r3. So which is going to give me 0. Then 2 times negative 1 is going to be negative 2 plus the 5 is going to be 3. And 2 times 2 is going to be 4. 4 plus minus 5 is going to be minus 1. So if you see second and third row remains like they are same values, since if we get same value we can multiply one of these by -1, add it with the other one and make it to 0. So 1 minus 1 2 0 3 minus 1 0 0 0. So this means this system has infinitely many solutions, and we know we have two pivots right here. So we have one more thing to do. Since we have to do Gauss Jordan, we have to bring this to this pattern. Like we have to bring pivots to 1, and whatever the value above or below should be 0. So in this case we have 3 right here. So to make this one equal to 1, I can simply divide this one by 3. If I divide this one by 3, I will get 1 minus 1 2 and 0. So I'm dividing the R2 by 3. If I divide it by 3, it's going to be 1, and this is going to be negative 1 over 3, and this is going to be 0 0 0. And we have one more steps to do. We have to make this one equal to 0. So to do that one, I can add the second equation with the first equation. If I do that, I will get r1 plus r2 is equal to 1 0, and 2 minus 1 over 3 is going to be 6 over 3 minus 1 over 3 is going to be 5 over 3. So 5 over 3 is 0 1 minus 1 over 3, and this is my final form. So from this one I can solve all of these questions. Let's begin with the first one. The first one is asking find the basis and the dimension for the row A. So since they are asking for row, we have to find the row which has leading coefficient, pivots. This has pivots. In this case, with this first and second row has pivots. Therefore, we have to select the first and second row. That's going to be my basis. So let's see. Row A is going to be, you can say row basis of row A, or row A is equal to span of 1 minus 1 2, then 2 1 3. So this is the answer for first question. And the second question is asking, also first question is asking find the basis and the dimension for our. So in this case we have two linearly independent vectors, therefore the dimension is 2. And the second question is asking find the basis and the dimension for column A. So since they are asking for the column A, we have to find the columns which has leading coefficient. If you see, the first column has leading coefficient, the second column has leading coefficient, so I have to choose those columns. So span of column A is going to be span of 1 2 minus 2, and the next one is going to be minus 1 1 5. So they are also asking find the dimension. In this case, they are the same thing. This has two linearly independent vectors. Therefore, it's going to be dimension is going to be equal to 2. Then the third question is asking find the basis and the dimension for null A. So null A, to do the null A, I have to remember the formula. A times x is going to be capital 0. So in this case, A times x is equal to capital 0, which means the Ghost Jordan pattern. This is we have to equalize to 0 and write the final answer in terms of free variable. So we have to know which is free variable. Since the first column has pivot, the second column has pivot, the third column is going to be my free variable. It doesn't have any pivots, therefore it's going to be my free variable. So I have to write the answer in terms of free variable. So to do that one, I have to bring this equation right here. It's going to be 1 0 5 over 3 0 1 minus 1 over 3, then 0 0 0. In this case, what I have to do is I have to equalize this equation to 0. So if I equalize to 0, I will get the first one is going, let's say you can take x y z or x1 x3, whatever the thing you prefer. In this case, if I take x y z, so if this is x, this is going to be y, this is going to be z. So if I take that one, it's going to be the first equation is going to be x plus 5 over 3 z is going to be equal to 0. So this is equal to 0, and the second equation is going to be y plus y minus 1 over 3 z is going to be equal to 0. Therefore I know x is going to be equal to minus 5 over 3 z, and y is equal to 1 over 3 z. As I said before, we have x, y, z. The z is going to be my free variable because the column of z doesn't have any pivots. Therefore, z is my free variable. I have to write everything in terms of free variables. Since we found x and y, the final answer is going to be minus 5 over 3 z. This is my x. And my 1 over 3 z, this is my y. And the final z is going to be z. So this is my final answer. And we have one more steps to do. So in this case, when you write null space, we have to write in the basic form. Like we shouldn't write in terms of c, because c can be any real number. So it means if you put any value for c, it's gonna different, like multiple amount of possible values, right? So what we have to do is we have to bring the simplest form. In this case, to do that one, I can take the c command. So if I take the c command, it's going to be minus 5 over 3 comma 1 over 3, and c is going to be 1. In this case, what I have to do, you can write this one as a null a, but when we write null a span, so the final answer should be in terms of span, right? So in this case, when I write null a span, we have to eliminate this z, because z can be any real number, so we shouldn't include that when we write the span. Span should be the basic format. So in this case, null a span is going to be equal to minus 5 over 3, 1 over 3, 1. So this is my final answer. And they are also asking what is the basis, and they are asking the dimension, right? In this case, we know we only have 2 pivots right here. Therefore, this is dimension is equal to 2. So this is my final answer. Therefore, the answer for the third one is going to be null a is equal to span of minus 5 over 3, 1 over 3, and 1, and the dimension is 2. So this is my final answer. I hope you guys like this video. See you next time.